This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Okay, Betsy.
Oh, wee, Marcy. Nice.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fairly all right and okay.
Yeah, good. Yeah, same. Just kind of cruising, you know?
You know what I should send you? I just thought of it. So, I have security cameras up.
Yes.
I do, guys. Just FYI, I do. There's this cat that's been around and about for a couple of years, right? Like,
okay.
I call him Mr. Limpy. We were gonna trap him and have him neutered, because we had another cat we had trapped, and they were friends. But once the other cat got neutered, they didn't want to be friends no more.
Okay.
Because I don't know why. I don't understand it, but we didn't end up trapping him because we were like, he's got a pretty bad limp, and I was like, I would pay for his medical care, but the rescue was like, if he needs to have an amputation, we would just put him down because it's too hard for a feral cat to recover.
Much. Okay.
And so we just decided to not have him trapped. And also, like,
okay,
the way that, like, male cats, we don't know that it's a male cat, but I think it is. The way that male cats reproduces, they kind of have to pedal their back legs anyway, so he's probably not able to impregnate.
Okay,
whatever. We just were like, rather than have this cat like trapped and put to death, we were like, let's see. He gets around really well. So
yes.
I just texted you the video of this cat, and I
okay.
hopefully will remember. You'll see him. He walks right up onto my porch and then pisses. He looks at the cats in the window.
Yes.
And then he just straight up limps over to the chair and pisses right on it because he's a son of a bitch. And then it runs
I've never
off.
seen a cat piss. That's funny. His tail was like moving around. Hey, come on.
He was so excited to piss all over my porch.
Funny.
And he's doing it to antagonize my cats. Like,
of course. That is so. And now he's just chilling. That's really. I want to watch it again.
Mama, can you believe? Look at Mama.
Hello, Mama.
Can you believe?
How dare he? Oh, yeah. He straight up looks at the cats and is just like, I'm pissing on this chair.
Not fair, huh, Mama?
And then just walks away.
I could have gotten him killed so easy, and here I don't.
And now he's pissing on your stuff.
I mean,
wow.
Also, I know there are going to be people who say, like, it's better to euthanize an injured cat, but I think he looks like he's doing great, too. Like,
I wouldn't have known he was injured if you didn't tell
I don't
me.
think he's injured so much as he may have, like, a deformity of a back leg.
Okay.
Because it doesn't...
He's cruising.
He can jump really high. I've seen him jump up on walls and stuff. So, like, he doesn't have issues like that.
Yeah.
If I noticed him really struggling or something, I would get him. But he's fine. So
he's cruising. He's pissing.
He's pissing all over my stuff.
Wow. That's a really funny video.
I don't know that I'm going to post it just because it's like my house and stuff. And
That's fair enough.
And I used to play a game at work called GeoGuessr, and we would be dropped to a room anywhere in the world, and we would have like however long we wanted actually, but we would have to figure out where in the world that room was, and it's crazy how context
Easy
clues
it is.
you can figure stuff out so easy.
Yeah. It's we've seen it happen with like solving crimes and shit, and like discovering where fugitives are because of like that pizza box or like a prescription or something, or it's
or
like, good God.
You see out the window just like a business sign, and then you're like, oh, I know exactly where that is. Like,
yeah, totally. Whoa!
I once showed up at my coworker's house unannounced without ever knowing her address, and I was like, isn't this funny how I found you?
And did she laugh?
I think inside.
Inside, she was laughing.
Look,
she laughed so hard she slammed the door in my face and called the cops. She was laughing so hard.
Her outside was shaking and trembling and shitting in fear. Her inside, I think, thought it was pretty funny.
Inside, giggling and having a good time. Wow.
Have a good time.
Have a good time.
How about you? Anything pissing on your house lately?
No, nothing pissing on the house. A lot of pissing in the house, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, bro. I know how my friend does. My friend likes to pee and poo.
Doesn't everybody?
Don't everybody, though. Isn't that true?
Don't everybody. It's so true.
It's so true. Here's the thing about it.
So true.
I guess I'll just straight up read our first listener story, huh?
Let's do it.
How about Dad cash me outside, as they say?
Okay.
That's what Bad Baby says. Cash me outside.
Cash me outside.
All right. So this one is called Shadow Roommate. If you can believe it.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, hi, Marcy and Betsy. I just wanted to say I'm not really a podcast kind of gal. I have the attention span of a rock. But somehow you guys do an amazing job at keeping me interested. And while I started listening for the spooky stories, I absolutely love listening to you guys in between the storytelling. You have an amazing dynamic together. Oh, thank you.
That's so nice.
That's so nice. Because we were flipping each other off the entire time.
You should see this Zoom. It's fucked up, man.
The hatred is just so palpable between us.
It's pretty. It's bad. This is bad.
Wait, that just reminds me. There used to be like rumors that Georgia and Karen from My Favorite Murder secretly hated each other. There was like Reddit threads about it and stuff. That was
really
so funny. Because you know what it is, like when you listen, you can't see all the other cues that are going on. So sometimes like you hear a tone of voice that's not really matching with the face. Like they're kind of,
right.
Because people used to always be like, Marcy's so mean to Nicole. And I was punching her, but
Nicole loves it.
She loves to be punched. And frankly,
wow. That's so wild.
But we do a good job of faking it so good.
Yeah.
This is my second time writing in, so hopefully you like my stories. In my previous story I sent in, I explained my battle with sleep paralysis. I had it so often after moving into our house that I felt like I was having endless amounts of stories I could tell. While doing a walkthrough before we bought our house, we went into the garage and found this one piece of sandpaper hanging up on a single nail with a drawing from what I assume was a child or maybe an adult like myself with zero artistic skills.
What?
Of what looks, and maybe with some imagination, to be a shadow man. Yeah. Disgusting.
Just nasty. That's fucked up. To find that in your house that you bought, no.
On a piece of sandpaper at that doesn't make
gross. Okay.
Me being infatuated with the paranormal and all things ghosts was super excited. I vowed if we bought the house, the picture would stay hung in the garage as long as we lived there. My wife, on the other hand, didn't seem as excited about the idea.
Yeah.
We ended up buying the house, and between the excitement of being homeowners and the rest of life, we kind of forgot about the picture, even with it still hanging in the garage in plain sight. Fast forward a couple years, I started having night terrors coupled with sleep paralysis. once, twice, sometimes 3 times a week. Most of my episodes start with me having a very vivid, terrifying dream, or me having very vivid, terrifying dreams. One of the first episodes I remember having, though, is me having a dream. There was a shadow in our bedroom, and when I see it, I start running. This black mass starts chasing me. I run from my bedroom into the garage, and it gets a hold of me and puts its arms around me, and I start to wrestle with it for a while.
No.
Finally, the terror of the dream wakes me up. My eyes open. I try to reach out for my wife, and I can't. I try to yell, whimper, scream, anything. I still can't. I can see everything in my room perfectly. I don't see anything out of place or see anything unusual, but I still feel terrified. I still feel like someone's there in the room staring at me. After a few minutes, I'm finally able to get enough of a whimper out to wake my wife. All she has to do is put her hand on me to get me out of sleep paralysis. I wake up terrified and crying.
Oh.
This was just the first episode of what ended up being an almost 5-year battle with sleep paralysis.
No.
Oh, boy. I don't know if it was a coincidence that I got chased by a shadow into the garage where the scribbles of a shadow man hung, or maybe the spirit wanted to just make his presence known. If it wasn't for the countless night terrors and sleep paralysis when moving in, I probably wouldn't have read too much into it. But I had honestly forgotten about this picture until this dream happened.
Whoa.
I'm beyond curious to know who drew this picture and the story behind it. Or maybe it's just scribbles I'm reading way too much into. 10 years later, we still live in the same house and the picture still hangs in the garage.
What are you doing?
What are you doing for
What are
real?
you doing?
We ended up getting our house cleansed by a medium and have since not had any sleep paralysis episodes. I'll attach a picture of the Shadow Man drawing for you to look at and see what you gals think. Thanks for all the laughs, Shara.
Whoa.
This little... I don't like that picture.
Ew. Why is it still up? No. Come on.
You're cruising for a bruise in there, right?
Yeah, come on.
It doesn't
It's
have
a shadow man with a shadow dog or cat.
I was gonna say, does it have a shadow baby with it too?
You
Possibly.
got a little shadow baby. No.
Starting a whole shadow family.
Ew. Why is it still hanging up there?
I'm so curious if the medium said anything about it.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, what if What if of that? What if of that? Huh?
What if dude? What if yes. I feel like I'd show the medium that first thing. I'd be like, look at this. What the fuck did?
Tell me what if it is.
What if I did?
What if it is?
What if I did it, huh?
What
Come
if-
on, tell me what the fun it is.
Tell me what a fud it is.
What a fun it is.
I don't.
Whoa.
I don't know why speaking in only consonants is very funny, but it is very funny to me. What a fun it is.
It feels good.
It feels good.
It feels like good in your mouth. Put it in it. Like
What a
it's
fun.
fun.
No. Boo, beep, 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 boo. Mama, I'm
Put it in. Mama.
Just
Wow, that is creepy. 5 years of that.
That's a brave person there to just like leave it up and be like, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I would fucking burned it. I would have done it. I would have burned it. Burned the whole garage down.
Burnt it down to the ground.
Burned it in.
Burned it down to the ground.
Burned it in. Okay, I got one.
Give one.
This is called Pendulum Prowess with Paula.
Wow, that is
Say that 5 times fast, huh?
pendulum power. Couldn't even do it once. Couldn't even.
Marcy just melted away.
Barf, barf, barf.
She's just a puddle of barf now. Oh, but funny puddle of barf.
Thank you.
Hey, ladies, love you both. Love the podcast. Here's a story. Yes, thank you. Excuse me. It was October during my freshman year of high school when I got the unthinkable call that my best friend Becca's mother, Paula, had suddenly passed away. Through this tragic event, Becca and I would become like family. She would be there for me 10 years later when my father also suddenly passed away. We've been through the world together now that we're 30, but I want to jump back to college for this story. Oh, okay. When we moved away for school, Becca was heading off to New York and I was staying home close to Boston. So seeing each other was far and few between during our 4 years of school. That also meant that those times I would get to visit her would be extra special and silly. Oh,
cool.
Isn't
I
that
love
nice
that.
to be
Yeah.
like, okay, we can't see each other all the time, but when we do,
We're going to make the most of it.
we're going for it. Sometime during senior year, some friends and I found the time and money to go visit Becca. We fluttered with excitement the whole ride as we pondered the shenanigans we would get into over the weekend. Finally, hours later, we arrived to her school. Meeting with a large, sweeping embrace, Becca and I nearly knocked each other down. It was so good to be back with my best friend again. Oh,
I love that.
Becca had a performance for one of her classes that afternoon, and we were all there watching her. We talked about how much we knew her mom was also watching and cheering her on. After spending most of the night bouncing around different dorm rooms and meeting new people, we came back to her room and sat in a circle listening to music. Becca, another close friend, and me laughed about all the clumsy chats we had with interesting characters during the night. Then, seeing my pendulum earring, Becca got a wild idea. Let's talk to my mom with your pendulum. We had spoken in weeks past about my musing with the pendulum, but here and now, okay. I was nervous being that I was still very new to using the pendulum, and I certainly had never attempted to speak to someone on the other side. But despite my nerves, I was exhilarated by the thought that maybe Paula, Becca's mom, would come through.
Oh, wow.
I began my starting ritual. 1. Ask the pendulum to show me a yes response, a clockwise circle. 2. Show me a no response, counterclockwise. 3. Show me an I don't know response, which is back and forth. 4. Show me a dead energy or no movement response. Each time I asked for a response, the circle began to get larger and swing with more and more vigor. Asking the pendulum to show me the biggest positive circle it could give, it swung huge and powerfully. I had channeled Becca's mother for strength many times over the years, so I got back into the headspace as the pendulum swung, and eventually feeling ready, I asked, "Are you here, Paula?" Without hesitation, the pendulum took off in a massive clockwise circle, spinning faster with each rotation. Our eyes widened together, staring at the chain whipping about. I threw out another question. Did you see Becca's show today? And again, the pendulum swung hard clockwise to indicate yes. Did you enjoy it? Swing clockwise. Have you seen other performances? Swing clockwise. Are you at all her shows? The pendulum was not slowing down and continued to throw out these big circles around. I was amazed as I'd never managed to get consistent circles this large before. Then, getting a bit more personal, are you proud of her? Are you always with her? Do you miss her? The pendulum was taking off, swinging faster and faster as if Paula was there screaming, "Yes, yes, yes!" I kept asking question after question. They were just flowing out of me, and every single time I would begin a new question, the pendulum would stop on a dime.
Whoa.
It would become perfectly still in the center, patiently waiting for me to finish the question. Then the moment I'd utter the last syllable, the pendulum would take off, moving with ferocity that I didn't know was possible. The circles became so big I could feel the chain graze the hair sticking up from the back of my forearm. I could feel the air tickling me as it whizzed by, but the pendulum never struck my arm and never stumbled over me. I was the only one asking the questions, but looking back, it didn't really feel like I was the one asking them. It felt like her mom was speaking through me. The questions were coming out like rapid fire, one after another after another. I could feel hot tears streaming down my face, but I was almost in a trance, holding tightly to the pendulum silver chain. Wow. Knowing all I needed to do was keep my arm up and hold that chain. As I clenched it between my fingers, I felt myself overheating and becoming weaker. Oh. My arm was sore and throbbing, and I felt dizzy and drained. I remember saying, Paula, I really want to keep talking to you, but I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Can you please take some energy off of me so I can keep going a bit longer? Within a moment, I felt weight lifted off my chest. I felt the surge run out of me, and I remember thanking her. I asked a few more questions, and then we sent our infinite love and concluded the session. Silence fell upon the room, and we just embraced it for a moment, truly in awe of what we had experienced. Whoa.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So
Breaking
intense.
silence. We sat and held each other, crying for a few minutes more until we finally were able to speak. We exclaimed about how unbelievable it all was and reflected on particular moments. One friend said that when I had asked Paula to lift the energy off of me, I went from red and sweaty to sickly pale in a flash. Then Becca chimed in to tell us that at that exact same moment that was happening to me, she felt this warm sensation as if she was receiving a hug.
Oh my God.
She said it felt like her mother was hugging her as a 20-year-old woman and not that 14-year-old girl. Again, we wept. Not 5 minutes later, Becca's phone rang. Mind you, this is 2:30 in the morning. And of course, who is on the other end but Becca's sister? Becca puts her speakerphone on, and we hear from the other end, I don't know why I'm calling you, but I was just thinking about Mom, and I love you so much. Chills filled our bodies, and we all just screamed. It seemed as though Paula had left us to go check in on her other daughter. It was a night we'll never forget. Again, love you ladies and hope you enjoy this story. I have too many of them, so I'll have to send a voice memo next time. Heart emoji. Love, Melissa, she, her. Wow.
That's so amazing. Amazing.
Oh, truly incredible.
Paula, you're the
That's
best.
awesome. Oh,
Paula's the best.
that's wow.
I
Really
love
fun.
that. I love it. I love it so much.
Me too. Wow. And just like how intense it,
Absolutely.
where
Like the fervor of
yeah.
it. Yeah.
And just being like, I need you to Paula, I need you to chill out and release some of the energy because I'm getting tired, and being like, okay, on to it. Okay, I'm going to go hug my daughter.
Paula,
Oh.
you're wearing me out.
Paula, come on. Wow.
Amazing. Amazing. Now, what a cool experience to have.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Incredibly. Shall I play a listener story?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah, I will do that.
Nice.
Hey, Betsy and Marcy. I am a longtime listener, first-time caller from northern Minnesota, if you're wondering where my accent is from, if I hit an O a little hard. I have a story about doppelgängers, and it starts off when I was a kid. I had a bedroom with two of my brothers, and we would sometimes sleep with the door open. I found some people find that a little creepy, but I think my parents just liked to be able to check in on us. And, I'm a hard sleeper now. I can get used to sleeping through a lot because, once again, two brothers in my room. A lot of times my parents were still awake when I would go to bed. And this happened when I was quite young. I woke up in the night, and my dad would always stay up late watching TV in the living room. And I woke up, I saw him out there, didn't think anything unusual, but I just wanted to get up, probably for water or something. Walked out there, talking to him, and as I got close, he dissipated in front of me, just completely disappeared. And it could have been a trick of the mind, trick of the eyes in the dark, but it scared me so badly. I ran out of the room, ran back to my bed, hid in my bed, never told anyone, didn't talk about it. Fast forward till where I'm a teenager, had friends spending the night. So now I have a different room by myself up in the attic. And one morning after a sleepover, one of my friends over breakfast just looked so weird, so shell-shocked. And I asked her what happened. She said she woke up in the middle of the night and looked up at the window and saw me standing by the window playing with the shutters. And she went, "Lisa, what are you doing?" And I just turned and looked her right in the eyes and went, "Shh," held my finger in front of my mouth, and then disappeared just into thin air in front of her. Once again, she was terrified, flipped over, just went to sleep. And I said, "Did you look and see if I was in my bed? Did you check to see if it was actually me?" And she said, "No, I was too scared." And I was like, "Well, I could be a sleepwalker, but I sure can't disappear, so I don't know." Anyway, jump forward again. Now I'm 20s. I am out at my family's cabin. We have this old cabin where we will sometimes camp, just have campfires. It's really cute, like very, very rustic. So we're all sleeping in tents because it's so rustic. This thing doesn't even have a bathroom, nothing. And my brother got up in the middle of the night to, use the restroom. And he looks out and he sees me, apparently, once again, just standing in front of his tent. And he's like, "Lisa, what are you doing?" And once again, I just disappear. So he tells me this story the next day. And I'm just chills down my spine. This is the second time this has happened to me now. And I said, yeah, I tell him the story with my friend from high school. And then proceed to tell him the story about my dad from when I was a kid. And he looks even more scared. And he says, that happened to me too. He'd also woken up in the middle of the night, seen my dad at some point. My dad disappeared, and he was so scared. So then the two of us go to my younger brother and ask him, "Hey, has anything like this ever happened to you?" And he, once again, yes, it had happened to him too. My dad, up in the middle of the night, disappeared in front of his eyes. So I don't know. I don't know if doppelgangers can haunt a family, if we're just a bunch of what do you call it when you sleep and you astro project into the night? But that's what happened to us, and it's super weird and hasn't happened since, but who knows? Thanks, guys. Bye.
That's so wild.
What is that? Because it does feel like, is it time slips or something, or
but is it a little more ominous than that? Maybe
it feels like it. It feels like it, of just the disappearing and the oh.
And it happened in more than one home, right? Am I crazy?
Oh, yeah, in the cabin also,
Yeah.
right? So it's almost like it's attached to the family or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Oh no!
That's a maybe a first. A family full of doppelgangers. Never.
Yeah, that poor friend. You think that friend ever came back to sleep over?
No,
I wouldn't have.
Because best case, your friend's a liar about what they get up and do in the middle of the night, right?
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
Nasty.
Spooky. And
Nasty.
I bet though, so validating to have brothers be like, "It happened to me too." Like, thank you. Okay.
See,
okay.
This is
here
what I'm
we
talking
go.
about. Spooky
Wow.
house.
Spooky houses.
Oh boy, that's wild. That's great though. I don't want it, but it's great for you guys.
It's awesome for you guys.
Should I read a listener story?
Yeah.
Okay. Do. This one is entitled Scotland Magic.
Ooh, Scotland.
Where do you think this is going to take place?
Scotland, Ohio.
Scotland, Ohio. Okay. Dear Betsy and Marcy, first, I love your podcast. It is weirdly comforting to hear, to me to hear you lovely ladies chat. Thank you for the giggles and joy. Thank you.
Hey, thanks.
And quick fangirling, Marcy. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is awesome. Thank you. I love hearing about amazing women making comedy. Also, I love your kitten adventures. Betsy, I fell in love with you on Disjointed and found this podcast because of it. Also,
Whoa.
fans, if you have not seen Golden Arms, see it. It was a great friend movie. Gave me warm fuzzies and maybe a rash.
Hey,
That's
on HBO Max.
That's our Betsy giving you rashes
Check it
on
out.
HBO Max.
Love giving people rashes. I love it.
She loves it, wants more of it.
Love it.
I'm not sure what I believe as I'm not religious. I try to stay open because the world is a big place and we never know. This past year, my family went to Scotland to visit dear friends. It was one of the most awesome vacations I have ever been on. While walking on a path next to a creek surrounded by buttercup flowers, I felt my shawl get tugged. I was walking with our children, so I assumed it was one of them. I turned and saw no one. I just ignored it and kept going. On the way back, the same tugging sensation happened, and it almost took off my shawl.
Oh my goodness.
I turned around again, and no one was there. There were no plants or twigs to pull it. I was literally standing in an open path. The feeling I had was complete bliss and relaxation. I felt safe, and it made me pause and take in all the beauty and joy of seeing my friends after 3 years. Thanks, COVID. I still don't know what to believe, but I like to tell myself it was my beloved grandmother who passed away when I was 11. She meant the world to me and helped me see the joy. I like to think she was telling me to slow down and just take in the magic. Thank you for making these crappy times a little brighter. Love, Bethany, she, her.
Bethany.
That's awesome.
It does. That is pretty, like, I love that idea of, like, just, like, something slowing you down to be like, wait a second, take this in, because it's so easy to not do that.
Yeah, like, look at it.
Yeah, stop, look at it, take this in. Isn't this nice?
Yeah.
You haven't had this for a while. Soak it up. Soak it up. Dude.
Soak it in.
Soak it up.
I love that.
Wow. I hope it's grandma being like, hey, look around.
Or if it's like a little gnome being like, take me with you. It's so boring out here.
Please, I don't like riding a fox around. I want to ride a bike.
Yeah, the fox has fleas. It's not as cool as you think it's going to be.
Truly, the fox is not as cool as you think it's going to be. Everybody thinks foxes are cool. It's truly not as cool as you think it's going to be.
Yeah, they look cute, but they're not awesome.
No, not awesome one bit.
No.
Wow. Scotland. I like Scotland.
I've never been.
It's awesome. I want to go back. I was there when I was like 15 or 16 or something. So I need to go back as an adult.
You gotta.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to right some wrongs.
I gotta right some wrongs in Scotland. Shit.
Shit.
Okay, I got one. You ready?
Okay.
Family connections. Hello, Marcy and Betsy. To start off, of course, thank you for the podcast and all the joy it brings. When you both crack up in fits of laughter, it makes me laugh out loud and look like a nut walking down the street.
Love it.
Thanks. I'm glad you look like a nut.
You cuckoo.
You kooky. I wanted to share a couple of quick stories about my mom's side of the family. About my mom's side of the family, which is a bit tapped into the spookies. Ooh. The first story isn't so much supernatural, it's just kind of sad superstition. Sorry to start sad, just trying to go chronological. My grandpa's sister died in a plane crash when he was 10 or so, and his father passed away when my grandpa was still a young man. With both of them, the last time he saw them, they'd had French vanilla ice cream together, so he never let anyone in our family have French vanilla ice cream because it felt it would bring about bad luck.
Oh no.
To this day, I still don't eat the stuff. That would get me for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, even after reading this, I'm like, oh, I really do like French vanilla ice cream, but maybe I shouldn't have any.
No, I don't want all my family to die in a plane crash.
No.
No.
Wow. Okay, moving on to something lighter. The first time that same grandpa met my dad, he told him, "You're going to marry my daughter." Very matter of fact. Might sound like one of those cheesy lines, but my grandpa wasn't exactly a romantic type, and my parents were still quite young and not too serious yet. My mom said he just had a sense about things, and this felt like one of those times, and surprise, surprise, he was right. Wow,
That's cool.
Grandpa knows what's up. My story may be one of those where you attach meaning to a dream after the fact, but it's the closest I've come to a premonition. My dad was diagnosed with cancer when I was 11, and not long before he passed, I had a dream that I can still remember to this day. My whole family was at a party. I don't know if you got those 90s magazines advertising birthday party decorations and sets. Side note, they were great. But if you did, picture those classic primary color decorations and cone hats.
Cute.
We absolutely got that magazine.
I didn't, but I love the thought of it.
We totally did. And I would like circle stuff being like, no, I need 700 glow in the dark worms, Mom. And my mom being like, no, you don't. In the dream, my dad arrived at the party, but no one else could see him or talk to him. And he didn't speak at all. Ultimately, my dad passed away the day before my brother's birthday.
Oh my God.
About half an hour to be specific. My mom says he wanted to let go before the actual day. And thinking back on that dream, it always felt like it lined up since he couldn't be at the birthday. Whenever I dream of loved ones who have passed away, they never talk or speak. They are more like a presence, at least as far as dreams I can remember. I'm not sure what this means or if it's just my way of processing loss. I still remember their voices, so don't think it's a memory thing. Trust me, my grandma had a very specific voice. Oh, that is it. Like, what do you... I guess it might be just kind of like in their mind, like, oh, they won't speak in this dream because they're not here anymore, you know?
Or if it is a visitation, there's, I've heard like psychics talk about like sometimes they don't know how to yet. Like they just haven't developed that
That's
skill.
true too. Okay. My brother seems to have the gene as well, even if he's a bit more weary about it. A few years ago, he was driving at night and said he was a bit sleepy, and all of a sudden, he had a weird vision of him crashing into some deer. I almost said beer. Is that a vision or a dream? No, into some deer. The vision made him snap to, and sure enough, around the next corner was a deer. Because of the vision, he was now on alert and was able to swerve and miss the deer. Dude. Recently, my mom said she had a feeling all morning that she should call my brother's girlfriend. They're close, but not exactly just chat on the phone types. So she said it was a bit odd, but she put the feeling off and didn't call her. Later that day, my brother was in touch to tell her that his girlfriend had been in a car accident.
Oh no.
Nothing too serious, luckily, but eek! I told her if she ever had that feeling about me, just text me to tell me to stay in the house or something. Yeah, seriously. Finally, my mom loves to tell me when there are periods of time that she senses her mom is around. I've sometimes felt like there is definitely someone else in the room, but never a specific person. I do hope that when the time comes, hopefully a long, long time from now, I can feel that sense of my mom being with me. There are other times I felt my family is just a bit extra connected, but these are what stand out. Hope they were entertaining tidbits and not too long. Can't wait to hear what you think. Thanks for reading. She, her.
Whoa.
Your whole family is connected
So
to
many
the other side.
Yeah, so many premonitions.
Yeah. A lot of premonitions.
The one about the deer, very, I don't know. Not scary because it didn't happen, but like, yeah, that's a big old warning.
Makes you wonder, like, what if more and more people were kind of tapped in or something? Would stuff be avoided more, you know?
Yeah, I mean, or like how many things are like you hear stories all the time. Like I had a feeling that I shouldn't.
Yeah,
like that does happen a lot. Wild. Also, like what our brains can do.
Yeah, it's nuts to think about. Like our brains do. Interesting thing.
Our brains are cuckoo
pretty interesting, and
it can do some stuff.
These brains of ours can really do some stuff.
These brains of ours.
Because even that's like, we've talked about this a bunch, but like you only use a little bit.
Yeah.
What if we had access to all of it? Like, what does that mean? Could we like make stuff float? Could we like telepathically talk to each other and read minds and shit? Like, what?
I mean, is that where the future goes?
Oh boy.
I hope you can't read minds unless someone wants you to read their mind, because that's one of my bigger fears, is that people can read my mind. They're like, what is wrong? What is wrong with you?
Wait, what are you thinking about most of the time?
That's it.
That's why
they're worried. They're worried. What is that?
No. I just watched a Buffy episode where she like got bitten by a demon, a telepathic demon, and then she could read people's minds and hear everybody's thoughts, and it was funny.
Are all the boys just so horny?
Yes, almost every single boy is like, whoa, nice boobs, or like,
yep.
Oh, I'd like to see her naked. Like,
classic boy. Shall I play a listener story?
Yes.
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. I just wanted to share a couple stories about my family's haunted cabin in southern Utah. My great-grandmother bought the cabin in the 1950s. It's in a small town called Paraguna, population like 400. It was built, I think, around the 1850s, and it was actually moved from a place called Little Creek to Paraguna, which is really weird because it's like a super tiny one-room cabin, but I guess it was nice enough to move all the way there. So I grew up going there with my family. It never felt weird. It was like we spent so much time there. My grandma and her husband ended up building a house or renovating this super old, super creepy house on the other side of town. So we just spent a ton of time there and still do. And I just never felt anything weird. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of strange. Never ever was creeped out until like pretty recently. So I went there with my husband around 7 years ago, and there's a little shed on the property, and so I asked my grandfather if I could open it, and we couldn't. There's no like key for the lock, so we had to break it open. He's like, yeah, sure, go for it. So we break open the lock, look in the shed. There's nothing that cool in there, like old Coke bottles and tools, just a bunch of crap, lots of spiders. So we just whatever, left it all there. So that night, my husband is on the toilet, and he heard someone in his ear say the name Jed.
like clear as day. He was so creeped out. He's not really the type of person to believe in this sort of thing, whatever, like me, like I'm obsessed with it and I love it all. I want to hear it all. And it's just not really his thing. So for him to say that was pretty weird. He's a pretty like rational, I don't know, skeptical person. Not that we're not all very rational too. But so that was really weird. And then that night I was in the shower and I felt like somebody was in the bathroom with me, which I'd never had happen before, to the point where I was like yelling for him to come in because I was so scared. So there was that. I told my family about it and they were like, oh, that's a pretty like common old Mormon name. So whatever, I guess he was there. Maybe he was mad that we opened the shed and didn't appreciate what was in there. I'm not sure, but we messed with it, I guess, and he didn't like it, or I don't know. He just wanted us to know his name. Poor guy. So then really recently, my mom was talking to my grandma. So my grandma lives in the town and she goes to the cabin every so often to kind of just make sure everything's fine. So she went in there and she walked in, and all of these horse figurines that are on the mantle above the fireplace were like, God, how far is it away from the mantle? In the kitchen, like 15 feet away, and because it's tiny, in the kitchen. But all of the horse figurines had been moved from the mantle to the middle of the kitchen floor. And then everything under the sink had been knocked over, which, like, I don't know. That could be, I don't know. There's not like earthquakes, right? I don't know. But they could have been knocked over by something. But the horses were physically moved from the mantle to the kitchen floor. And it's like, this town is dead. Like, there's no one's walking into this cabin and moving things around for fun. I don't think that would be super strange. But yeah, so my family is just so bizarre, though. They're just like, yeah, that happened. Yeah, oh well, no big deal. Like, let's not, investigate further. It just is what it is. And everyone just keeps staying there and is never creeped out. So, I don't know. Pretty cool. I can't wait to go there. I want to, like, set up cameras and be, like, a total ghost hunter at our cabin. Anyways, love you guys. Bye.
You gotta set up cameras.
Absolutely. It sounds like Betsy, you said, it sounds like poltergeist, right?
That like the horses in the middle of the kitchen floor. That's so strange.
So strange.
That's so poltergeisty.
So geisty.
And then we got Jed. Just be like, Jed. Hey, it's me, Jed.
Hey, it's Jed here.
Hey, it's Jed here. Love chilling in the bathroom. Gonna watch you.
Ew.
Do your thing.
Do your thing, Jed. Do your thing.
Do it, Jed.
What a spooky place, right?
Yeah, a spooky little town in Utah. Like, and funny for the family to just be like, yeah, that happens. Well,
would you go to your family's haunted cabin?
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. But I would be ready to be like, I'm out of here if anything fucking weird happens.
Right. Fair.
I'm
not staying around for some weird ass bullshit.
No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't have time for that.
Don't have time.
Especially
for it.
if I'm on vacation. I don't have time for that. I want to just be chilling, hanging out.
I do think I would enjoy it.
Yeah, you would love it.
Yeah, because you know what? I can like compartmentalize.
True. Very true. Very true.
It's not scary every second, right?
That's true. But wouldn't you be like, oh man, like if stuff was happening in the bathroom, like, oh man,
you're very,
like
I know.
Watched
you don't want the bath, yeah.
In a shower or whatever. Like, come on, man.
You don't want a peeping Tom. I get it.
A peeping Jed.
A peeping Jed. Jed. Jed in the shed.
Jed shed. Don't you mess with my shed. My name is Jed. If you do, I'll make you dead.
Oh, damn. Damn diddy damn diddy damn
damn
diddy
damn. Damn damn damn.
That was great. I loved it.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay. This one is, it says, my money does jiggle jiggle, a listener story. Do you know that TikTok meme? It's a guy.
No.
It's like a guy. He's rapping. It's like, my money does jiggle jiggle. My money doesn't jiggle jiggle. It folds.
Oh, it doesn't jiggle jiggle.
I like to see you wiggle wiggle. I don't remember all the words. I don't know them all, Betsy. Chill out.
Hey, I truly have no idea what you're talking about, so you just keep...
Some of the cool kids know what I'm talking about.
I know, I'm not cool, man.
No,
I don't
you're
know
not.
TikTok.
Ticker-tocker. You don't know
this
ticker-tockers.
stuff.
All right.
I'm not cool, man.
Hey, B&M.
Hey, all right.
First time, long time.
Nice.
A few weeks ago, I was listening to the pod. Can't remember which episode, but Betsy was mentioning how she had said that loved ones who have passed sometimes will leave coins behind as a sign they're around. Do you remember that? Well,
No.
well,
But that sounds about right.
yeah, that sounds about like Betsy.
I feel we've read a bunch of stuff where it's like, and then I felt like, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
My mom passed in 2019 from a quick and brutal battle with ovarian cancer. I miss her immensely. My mom had some mystical sensitivities. For example, when she would start to choke, kind of like when you take a sip of water and it goes down the wrong pipe, except she wasn't eating or drinking anything. She would just get a phone call to learn that someone had died. Whoa.
Holy shit.
That blew me
Whoa.
away.
Me too.
Whoa.
Oh, man. How, and that it happens enough to be like, oh, this is a thing.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
That's wild. That's so wild.
Oof.
This was kind of common knowledge in our family every time it happened, which was pretty consistently. We were all just like, shrug. Anyway, back to the coins. The morning after I listened to the podcast, I got a text from my bestie saying she had a dream about me. In the dream, I was vomiting coins. To which I replied, because I'm rich, bitch. I am not rich. Apparently, Dream Me was super chill about the whole vomiting situation and told her not to worry about it. That does sound like me. It took me a while to draw parallels between the pod episode, my mom's skill, and the dream. But when I did, I was like, shit. What do you think? Coincidence or nah? I have other stories like this too. I think it's skills passed from my mom that we never discussed because Catholic. Anyway, we'll share again. Stay spooky, Reg. Whoa.
Whoa. Like that's a warning or something, is that them getting dreamed about, like, then like something's up that
I
they
don't
need to
know.
pay attention to, or
just, I mean, maybe it's just more like a psychic connection to a friend of like you hear about it, you think about it, and then your friend dreams about it.
that's it. Yeah.
Wow. Wowie, wow.
Wow. Ooh, puking a bunch of coins is
That sounds terrible,
an
right?
awful thing to see.
I don't want to do the coughing of coins or the spitting out of coins.
No. Wow. It's, oh man, this world is weird, man.
Our brains.
This world is so strange. It's so strange. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got one.
Give it.
Are you ready?
Yes.
This is called Listener Story. Nice and simple.
Oh,
Hi, Betsy and Marcy. I'm such a fan of all that you both do. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm also a patron of 90 Day Bay and absolutely love Marcy's insight on some of the worst people on TV. Devil emoji.
thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
This podcast, however, is my personal favorite because I can't get enough spook. Little ghost emoji. I listen to a bunch of the same podcasts that Marcy has mentioned in the past, including the ones whose co-host used to be married. Real Ghost Stories Online.
Yeah, they got divorced.
Oh, and they still co-host?
No.
Oh, good.
Nah, bro.
Okay. My sister and I made a road trip out of going to an in-person event they once had at the haunted Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. But the tension between them was more present than the ghosts were. Okay.
Oh my God. That is so funny. That is
sweating emoji. That is so fucking funny.
I don't listen to it all the time, and also like he puts out so many episodes. Like I want to say it's like almost every day. Like he puts out so many episodes.
Shit.
But in one episode I heard in the past year, he said something about like it's nice to live with someone who it's nice to not it's nice not to have to live with someone who hates you or something like that.
Oh my God. And you know what? It is nice.
It is.
Not to have to live with somebody who hates you. That is so funny that the tension between them was so much more intense than the ghost. That's so funny. Honestly, I was disappointed that we had no experiences while there. We roamed around the whole property, and the creepiest thing we saw was a cleaning crew member who had a rosary around their wrist. That is creepy. I'd freak out.
You got to keep it near.
I bet they have some pretty great stories, but we're busy working, so we didn't want to bother them. I've loved hearing about ghosts since I was a kid. My grandmother's very tuned into the other side and has passed on some of her gifts to the women in my family. My sister and cousin see and hear spirits, while I am only empathic and can sense. My brain did not connect the empathic into a word. Like, I was like, empathic. Okay. Empathic and can sense when one is near and how their energy feels. I've had many psychic and tarot readings and often get told that I have the same gifts, but am too scared to turn them on. And that fully checks out, as while I love spooky stories, I would fully shit my pants if someone actually spoke or showed themselves to me. I think that is a big reason as to why I have a limited amount of experiences that have happened to me personally. When something I can't explain happens, I tend to make an excuse as to what it was so that I don't get scared. Therefore, the story I'm sharing today is something that happened to my friend when she was going to college in Wichita, Kansas.
Capital Wichita.
Wichita. She originally moved there for her long-term boyfriend, but after a year, he admitted to her that he never saw them getting married like he had promised.
What a jerk.
He had said he had just been too afraid of moving to a new city when he didn't know anyone, but now that he had made friends felt like he could be honest with her. Real winner, that guy was.
What a jerk. What a jerk. He made her move to.
I feel that's such a, classic thing.
What a jerk. Oh,
I know. Like, fuck off, dude. I didn't know what to do and make friends, but now I have them.
So you can leave.
Yeah, so get out of here.
Butthole.
Thankfully, she made some friends of her own at school, too, and one happened to own a home that he had inherited from his grandmother. He told her that she could move into his guest room until she could afford her own apartment. It worked out great for a while because he, too, had just broken up with his boyfriend, so they were a good distraction for each other. I remember her telling me that the day she moved in, she had a funny feeling. What's TM?
Trademark?
In parentheses, it says TM.
Trademark.
Oh, yeah, baby. Trademark about the place. She said she often felt like she was being watched or would hear noises of what she thought was her friend moving about the house when later she would realize she was home alone. She mentioned this to her friend one night, and he laughed and told her the place was hella haunted. She has never been a believer, so she sort of laughed it off when he told her that. Hella haunted is so funny.
Hella haunted.
Hella haunted. One Saturday around Christmas time, she had been getting out wrapping paper and came home to set up shop and wrap presents at the kitchen table. She unloaded some bags from her car and then went back out into the front driveway to grab the last of them. She wasn't gone from the kitchen for more than a minute, and upon getting back, saw that every drawer and cabinet had been pulled out and was open.
No.
That's classic haunted house.
Classic boyfriend moving to a new city. Classic haunted house.
This is just a classic story. Are you sure you're just not reading a classic book to us?
One for the ages.
She thought maybe her roommate was home and had been looking for something in a hurry, so she shut them all and locked the door she had come in from. She went about setting up the table and realized that she needed a pair of scissors that were in her bedroom. She went down the hall and came back 2 seconds later to find, you guessed it, every damn cabinet and drawer pulled out and opened again.
What? Why?
At first she was pissed. I'm with At first she was pissed, but then she immediately got scared when she remembered that her roommate worked Saturdays and that his car hadn't been out front when she got home. She grabbed her cell and flew out of the house, immediately calling the cops, thinking that a squatter had gotten in and was messing with her. That's
really scary.
Really scary. They got there shortly after and did a search of every possible spot someone could hide and found nothing. All the windows were locked and the front door still had the deadbolt in place. The door that she had come in and out of on the side of the kitchen had a huge jingle bell probably, or a jungle bell. Just had a big old bell on the handle that she would have heard if someone were to open or close it. One of the cops were trying to calm her down and playfully asked if she believed in ghosts. She said at that point she got chills all down her back and remembered what her roommate had told her. Needless to say, she ended up getting a part-time job in the leasing office of the apartment she had lived at with her ex and moving into a unit of her own there shortly after. I hope you enjoyed this story and we'll continue to send more in as I think of them. Stay spooky, Elyse in California.
Whoa. I also love getting so mad.
Yes, absolutely, getting so pissed and then being like, wait a second, it couldn't possibly be my roommate.
I'm gonna kill that roommate until they're a dead ghost.
Till they're a ghost haunting this hella haunted house.
Hella haunted. Also,
hella haunted.
It probably seemed like the cop was being playful, but I bet he was like, right, ghost, huh?
Yeah, it better be a ghost, right? A ghost is less scary than a squatter moving stuff around. Oh my God.
Or I just meant that maybe he's seen a bunch of ghosts when he's out trolling at night.
That's true.
That was great.
That's true.
I'm still mad about that boyfriend though. Ugh.
Oh, I know. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise, what a dick. It is the perfect opening. This is a good movie.
This is a good movie.
Have. I don't really want to move to Wichita, but my boyfriend, Chadwin.
Okay, Chadwin.
Made me move here. Okay, I'll go for him. Wait, what? He doesn't want to hang out with me anymore?
He found friends. No, I don't want him to have friends.
It's bullshit. Wow.
It's a good Lifetime movie, right?
It's a great Lifetime movie. But then it would be like, if it was you think a ghost, but then it's actually a boyfriend.
Or some sort of stalker, yeah.
Or a stalker.
Classic Lifetime.
And it'll have a really good title that won't match with what the movie is.
Honestly, the first act, whenever it breaks into the second, you're like, wait, that's not what the movie actually ended up being about?
Yeah, where it's like, oh man. And the description being like, the description was so much more fun than the movie actually was. I love Lifetime. They're so good.
Just confusing you soup to nuts.
Yes. Slamming 7 different movies into one. It's so good.
They just take a little bit from every script they've ever received.
But the ones that work really
work. They work.
Stalked by My Doctor. Psycho Granny. Really good stuff.
Oh, I want to see Psycho Granny for sure.
It's good.
These were so great.
Yeah, thank you so much. Keep them coming. We love them.
We can't wait for more.
Nope, we can't. We shan't.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.